Javonte Campbell, first of all, what was it just like breaking program record, 8 steals, or tying the program record, I should say, 8 steals in a game?
I mean, it was fun. It's great to be a part of something in this program.
Javonte, they came here to create chaos, obviously. How did you play through that, then adapt through it through the game?
We were very poised. I think Coach said we had 6 turnovers whole game, so yeah, we did good on the offensive end, and defensively we were just active.
You got off to a really hot start in that first half. You went off for a lot of points. You were a perfect shooter in the field. What was the key to getting off to a start like that?
Yeah, I mean, just staying level-headed and just shooting the ball, honestly. I knew my teammates were going to come back to me.
And with you guys, I mean, you guys really picked it up in the second half, then you really came away with the game in the second half. What was the key to doing that? What did you guys do differently in the second half than the first half to really dominate that one from the get-go in the second?
We talked more. We started being more physical. You know, we didn't have a great first half, so we got a lot more stops, and that was what changed.
In the locker room, we just talked about winning those first 4 minutes. We knew that was going to be a big part of coming out in the second half and winning.
Question for both you guys. You led in fast break points, 17-5, points off turnovers, 29-4. What is it about this team that plays so well for you guys, playing a run-and-gun offense where you just grab the ball and go?
I got it. We got a guy named Javonte Campbell, and he's super-duper fast. So it makes it really easy to run out in transition.
I'll second to that.
3 games in the books. Now you guys hit the road. You got a week before you do that. How have these first 3 home games prepared you for taking on Davidson?
Not getting too high, not getting too low. You know, we are 3-0, but we don't want to be front runners. So we're definitely going to sit down this week, practice hard, and get right for Davidson.
Yeah, just prepare for the next game. Those games are over with.
Even with the hot start, what would you like to improve the most before hitting the road?
I would say keeping teams under 55. We want more kills. That's 3 stops in a row, so we'll love to do that.
Yeah, I would say just being better all around, to be honest, rebounding the ball. We could play better defense, getting in the paint, playing off 2 feet.
All right, guys, 3-0 at home now. Just talk about how that home crowd can affect a start like this to the season.
I mean, I think the home crowd is 50% a part of us being 3-0. You know, they're great, they're electric, and it's just fun to have them here.
What he said, yeah.
Any more questions for the players? Great, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, proud of this group. Translating, they practice hard every day. We don't really have any bad days. They're very tight-knit. They support each other, lift each other up, and so it's good to kind of see them, over the course of 40 minutes. The little things are what excite me about this group, where we're able to, play a full 40 minutes. It's really, really hard, to defeat Division I teams, by 2 possessions, 3 possessions, 4 possessions. That's really, really hard to do. And I thought just our depth and team unity is able to kind of really show itself over a 40-minute game.
Coach, you guys are 3-0 for the first time since 2014. What does it mean to have that kind of momentum for your guys?
Yeah, we talked about it in the locker room. We said, it was the first time since 2014, and I believe the second time since 1999, so we talk about what we're trying to do and elevate the program and find a level of consistency. But we're 0-0 after every game, and you don't get any points for the last one. You don't get any points for the next one. We've got to win this next 4 minutes that we play and recalibrate and all that good stuff. But it does. It's rewarding, and the way that we're doing it, we're a team that's going to get stops. We're tough. We're gritty. And, we're forcing shot clock violations and 5-second violations and getting 20-plus deflections, 24 steals. We want to make it a tough day every time you step on the floor against us. And then we turn those stops into offense, playing very, very fast. So the way that we're doing it is what we're proud of. Credit to our guys.
I mean, a lot of stuff changed in that second half. You guys really took the ball up the court and really ran with it. I mean, you guys dominated that second half. What changed from that first half to second half that made it a close game from the first to a really dominating game in the second?
We finished a little bit better. Still wasn't great, but we finished better in that second half. Obviously, we started making some open threes, and then finishing a little bit better around the rim, and so that helped. But also, we made a couple of adjustments defensively. A couple of things we were doing defensively was creating turnovers, but it was also putting us in rotations that we didn't like. And so we made a couple of adjustments defensively and changed our coverages, and it was executed very well, and the guys did a good job with it.
The three-point shooting in the first half, it was 3 for 15, and in the second it was 6 for 8. What changed for that? Was it just you guys getting better looks, or do you guys have more like confidence in your shooting?
Yeah, I mean, and some of those in the first half are kind of in and out. You know, I think there's a whole bunch of guys, Sam Towns, Joe, Ruff, Wool, you know, Aiden going, like when they shoot it, I think it's going in every single time. And it's a really good feeling. Like, so we want them to shoot it. We have some very, very good shooters. And, but you don't want to fall in love with that either. Our identity is still going to be a kind of a smash mouth, attack you basketball style. And you know, guys like Javante Campbell and those guys that embody that very, very well.
Did their physicality in the first half, do you think help make it closer? Did you have to make adjustments to that at all?
Yeah, and they were very physical, and it popped on film when they played Xavier, and I thought that was something that was that kept them in the 5-point game with Xavier, but we knew it coming in, but we had to do a better job just finishing through the contact, and so that was kind of the adjustment, is not only knowing there's contact, but also you have to finish the play, and so, but we did good. The guys did good in the second half once they kind of got acclimated.
Javante Campbell, 8 steals today. That ties a program record in steals in a game. He's got 17 steals through 3 games. How invaluable of a player is he to your team, and like what does he bring to that defense?
Yeah, I mean, we're so fortunate he's here. He's everything that's good about Bowling Green and the basketball and everything that here. You know, he wanted to be here. He chose to stay here, sacrificed to stay here. You know, he's a all A student. He does everything right. You know, and he's such a great teammate. Everybody loves him on the team. He's just a great human being that just happens to be a absolute fierce competitor. And so when that light comes on, he's at a different gear, and he's at some point people will just stay away from him, you know, and because we have to do that in practice. You know, sometimes you go to his side of the floor, or if he's on, it's like get the ball up and give it to somebody else because he's going to take it.
Javante, he's averaging a steal every 5 minutes that he's played this season. Teams you can see they are starting to try to avoid him, but what is it about him that he's improved this year to really level up his game, that now he seeks out those turnovers instead of just when he's guarding one-on-one?
Yeah, and the crazy thing is last year, for majority of the season, he was stealing the ball with one hand. You know, he would reach across and protect his other hand, and he was still doing it. You know, he got 90 steals with one hand. Now he got 2 of them, and it's like, oh man, this is like 2 defenders. But he baits people. He's so smart. He's so smart. He just when you think you can make a pass, he's really just baiting you into it, and he's very sneaky with it. And so, but I think being stronger, you know, he put on 10, 15 pounds of muscle. And just being healthy, I think you're seeing a very, very intelligent basketball player.
Sam Towns battled for 31 minutes today, a lot in the first half down low, a lot of rim protection for you guys. What'd you make of his performance and just really kind of taking on Lemoyne head on and just really being a tough defender that first half?
Yeah, and he had a lot of deflections. He got 3 steals, a block shot, you know, an assist, no turnovers. He gets 7 rebounds. You know, we playing small ball with him and Wool. We don't think people can guard that at all because we have 2 flamethrowers at the 4 and 5, and with all of our attacking guards. It's something we really like on the offensive end, and they're tough enough to do it on the defensive end. So he's kind of a Swiss Army knife for us. He's doing a great job with that.
With a bit of a break until the road trip, how would you like to take advantage of it in practice?
Yeah, we have a recovery day tomorrow. and then Tuesdays back to battle. You know, our practices are harder than our games, and that's what we want it to be. And you know, and we're smart with it. You know, we're not being foolish in terms of using up all, you know, putting our guys in harm's way by any means. But we compete in practice. It's 5-on-5 sport, and we've got to get better every day. And we're just scratching the surface of what we want to be. And so we're going to fight to get to our potential every single day.
Questions for Coach? Great, thank you.
Have a wonderful Sunday.